Okay guys, back here with Parkgate Leisure. Please, as always, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, check us out at parkgateleisure.co.uk if you want to check out vehicles for sale and current stock. This today is an operational video, not in our usual location either, but needs must, of a little Auto Trail Tracker 2003 model, and we're just going to go through the basic operation of this vehicle. So as it happens, on this side we'll start with a toilet, because that's on this side. There you go, your usual Thetford cassette. Push the little lever down, slide that out, wander off to a suitable emptying point, lid off, or take that cap off, and then as you're tipping it out, there is a little yellow button at the back there that you can press to let air in as the contents goes out. Make sure when you put them back in, properly latched in. This particular model has also got the separate flush tank, so it doesn't come off the main tank, so that's where you'd put your water and pink for flushing. And when it comes to winter and you're draining the van down, don't forget, take that off, drain your flush out as well. You don't want that freezing up and splitting or cracking something. But there you go, all neatly put away. Gas locker, big enough for 2 bottles. It doesn't look like it will be, but it is. As always with our vans, new gas pipe, regulator on there as well, ready to go, geared up for propane. Got a little, it was a bit awkward to open those, external shower here. That is simply just pull it out, make sure your water's on, and use those to get your water out. We've also got electric hookup, brand new one on this van. The other one was cracked, probably see that on our sales video. So when you're putting the blue cable in, make sure that the little flap goes in there. If it's sat up against here like that, you won't be able to push the cable in far enough to get a good clean contact. So the little flap, protective flap, goes in there. When you're unplugging, push down that with your thumb as you're pulling the cable out, and then make sure that's clipped so it doesn't flap about in the wind. You've got your grey waste down here as well, so that is going to empty the wastewater tank. Obviously no toilet waste in there, it is just showers and sinks. And then at the back here there is your boiler exhaust. So this, I can't do it with one hand. Oh, I can. God, that was lucky. But that pops off, just a winter cover to stop spiders and things nesting in there and it filling with leaves. You take that off when you go away, you can leave it off the whole time. Bike work on the back, I'm sure folk can work out how to use that. So you have got a freshwater drain just there, so that's going to actually empty your freshwater tank of water. Around this side we've got an external locker, and in there is your windy handle for your awning. Sure, you all know how to use your awnings by now. Wind them out short distance, drop the legs, take up the pressure, and then wind them out the rest of the way. Fresh water in there, gas on there. You'll need to get the little connector that goes onto this on the end of your gas pipe for your barbecue. Obviously you don't need a regulator on your barbecue, that is already regulated gas that is coming out of there. So let's climb aboard and go through a few little bits and bobs in here. So we'll start straight off under this sofa, lifted it up because this is where all the bits and bobs are. So there is your hot water boiler, and the first thing to note is this little yellow thing here. That is a drain tap. I'm pretty sure that's closed and that's open, so when it's facing up it'll dump the water out of this tank, stop it freezing up in the winter. Make sure you do it. So when you first come to fill it, obviously remember to put that yellow clip back down, or your water pump will start pumping water, filling up the tank, and it'll just run straight out the bottom, and water will run out your van and everyone panics thinking they've got leaks and what have you. So there you go, remember to pop that down. There's your charger unit. Generally that just wants to be turned on, big red switch there. But if you've got items that have stopped working, one of the first places to check are those fuses in there. You've got a couple of gas taps there just for isolating individual items. Now this particular van not only has gas hot water but also has electric hot water. that is simply turned on there. That'll run electric, heat up your water, away you go. Now on the heating side, similar thing. It's on gas, turn that round, click, 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 eventually it'll light, release it, control your size of your gas with that, and that'll just be the fire getting hot. Alternatively, there's an electric switch in here, and that will run electric bars within the fire to, again, the heat will just waft out of this fire. Now, if you're wanting to run the blown air heating system, having got a heat source, either electric or gas, you're then at this end here where you would turn the fan on, either automatic or manual, and choose a speed for it to run, and that's going to blow out of these little vents around here and also in the bathroom. Simple as that. Hob and grill, fairly easy, that fairly obvious how that bit works. Your fridge. So on your fridge, this is your fuel selection side. So we've got a European looking plug there. That is if you're plugged into mains, you'd select that one there. If you're going to run it from the engine, and it will only run from the engine, that's the 12 volt supply, it'll run off here. It won't run off batteries, it has to have the engine running. Obviously that bottom one there is gas. That is your flame, and with the power on, that'll then click away until it lights, and that's your temperature control for it. So moving over to the control panel, this is as simple or as complex as you want it. Simple bit is you just turn it on with that button there, and you can flick through the vehicle battery, or you can run stuff off the engine battery. So this turns your water pump on. We want it off at the minute because there's no water in the van, and that's your warning light. Now there is lots more bits of information on here where you can go through and look at a whole myriad of bits, but clearly that isn't working properly. But it's a replacement panel by the looks of it. But yeah, you can select a whole lot of different things there and set your time and alarms and all sorts of things. On the electric heating over there, you can obviously select, once you've turned it on over there, you would need to select your amount. It effectively is like 1, 2 or 3 bars, 500, 1000 or 2000. So you'd select how many bars you want to turn on your electric fire, and then this side would select your temperature. That's turning on your gas hot water, and that is setting the temperature. So you've got gas hot water there on and off, and temperature, electric heating on and off over here, and temperature. There's a couple of light switches for your recessed lighting that runs all the way around, and the 2 lights at the end there, these ones are both mains. They run off this timer one here. So there you go guys, I think I've covered all the basic stuff in this van in under 10 minutes. So any questions, or you've got one similar you want to sell, or you're looking to buy something like this, do get in touch. Leave your comments, I'll reply if I can. Thank you very much. Parkgate Leisure.